A woman cried in distress, clutching a sickly child to her chest. Panting, breathless, racing heart, she wished the crowd like the Red Sea would part. But the line was vast and long, all of Judea made up the throng, some suffering with incurable ills, or oppressed with demons filled. But all came helpless and resolved to be touched by the man sent from God. Whispering to her dying child, "Hush now, child, in just a while the healer will wipe away your tears. He'll work a miracle, cast out your fears." Her wait in agony reached an end, and the healer beckoned to her as a friend. "Come forth, woman, don't be afraid." And so the tearful mother laid her silent child upon a bed. "It's too late," and on her face she fell. "Is she alive? I cannot tell." "Weep not," the healer gently said, and placed his hands upon her head. "Child, arise, return from the dead." Her soul resisted not the shepherd's call. Rising, she stood weak but tall. Her mother burst in psalm and song, but her jubilee would not be long, for the healer had much to do, so his disciples hastened their farewell. The duo left, a miraculous tale to tell. They journeyed home, and at the next morn the girl's joy grew as her strength returned. The healer's touch took away more than ills. It had awakened a desire to do God's will. So the delighted pair returned to town in hope the healer could still be found. But in the home where the girl was healed, he has left for Jerusalem, some men revealed. "I am Aaron of Cana, and at a wedding did I serve. And there a miracle I chanced to observe. The wine was fully drunk. It was a disaster to say the least. Great shame was to fall upon the groom and his feast. 'Fill up these water jars,' Jesus calmly said. Then he turned the water into wine, and we were sore afraid. Barnabas is my name. And on a hill in Galilee, Jesus multiplied 5 barley loaves and 2 fishes from the sea. The food was so abundant that 5,000 could be fed. All ate their fill, and still there was more to be shared." Miracles that mother and daughter heard, they believed as truth. The healer was a Messiah. She needed no more proof. So to Jerusalem the mother and daughter went. Until they found him, they would not be content. To Jerusalem they went, but as they arrived, a gloom covered the city. It seemed void of life. They sought anyone to ask what had happened here, and met many in mourning, others filled with fear. They came to a man standing alone on the street. He asked, "Who in this city have you come to seek?" "Jesus," said the girl. "Do you know the healer by this name?" And the man's face turned pale. His head hung low in shame. "He was crucified some days ago, mocked and scorned by many. They tortured him and sold his very clothes for money." Confused and filled with sorrow, the two cried, "This cannot be." "That's where Jesus died," and pointed to a hill called Calvary. In disbelief of what they heard, they turned towards the hill. "Why did Jesus suffer? Why did a good man the people kill?" And upon the blood-soaked center cross was crudely nailed a sign, "Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews," it coldly said. And they wept bitterly. "Our healer, our king is dead." But then a voice broke the sound of their weeping. They turned to see a soldier approaching. "Are you followers of Jesus?" the soldier said. Through tears, they said, "Yes, but alas, he is dead." "I was part of the Roman guard at Jesus' tomb. He was dead and buried, so we all assumed. But an angel appeared, and the stone was rolled away. The earth shook, and we fainted at the glory on display. He is risen. The tomb is empty. Only this much I know. Perhaps he is your Messiah, spoken of long ago." Hope filled the pair, and to their knees they fell. "He is risen. He is alive. Now surely all will be well."